Hi guys, my name is Mille and welcome to the last solo part of the Best of British series. In today's video I will shortly discuss the car for this event, the event itself and their difficulty, and to close off, some extra information on the finale that we can expect at some point, and how I think it will go down to get your hands on the sweet Speedtail. This chapter is identical to the first 4 ones we've had so far. It exists of 2 events, a prologue and a main event. The prologue, which started yesterday already, is a short 15 races event, with the prizes being 3 uncommon and 3 rare Tvr fusion parts, a pseudo 1-star Lotus Exige Sport 350 Roadster, and a stage 6 part for the Tvr Sagaris. As for the lock-in requirements, quite simple, any UK manufactured car. This time I chose to run with a car that I used a lot online to kick bum with, being the Vorsteiner McLaren 570 VX. In case you wonder why some cars are missing, cars you used in the past events are not possible to be run again. And if you have no other car available, try your luck on the special British crate. A crate costing 200 silver keys, which rewards 3-star and up cars originated from the UK. As for difficulty, it is again a rather easy event, so every player should be able to finish it without issues. To win the Lotus you had to beat a time of a 14.444. which can be done on stage 3. But again, I would like to point out to you guys that this one car has less fusion slots compared to the version you might already have pulled from the crates. Earlier I mentioned a pseudo 1-star, which means that it carries a 1-star but has 0-star performance, meaning it is slower, so be wary. No idea why Natural Motion has not fixed this yet. For the final race to win the stage 6 part, you need to beat an 11.464, which is slightly harder but still very accessible to everyone participating, definitely if you have 8 days to complete it. Now that one is covered, onto the main event. The main event is 50 races long and requires a dual lock-in. To my surprise, the rewards are identical to the previous events, considering this time it is a tier 4 car. The rewards come down to 3,175,000 cash, 320 gold coins, 770 bronze, 100 silver and 10 gold keys, followed up by 24 uncommon, 9 rare and 6 epic fusion parts spread over the 2 cars you have to lock in, and a stage 6 part for the TVR. All in all, quite decent rewards I can live with. Perhaps extra gold could always be nice. The one stage 6 part can be won on race 43 through a relay race. This race can be reached running both the Pseudo Lotus and the TVR on stage 5. For the first lock-in you will have to use the Lotus Exige Sport 350 Roadster, but again make sure you use the correct one if you have an actual 1-star. I'm running on my dummy account which did not have the Lotus yet, so I locked in the Pseudo I won. I only had one stage 6 part being the transmission, so I was slightly worried. But in the end I was able to complete all the races where the Lotus was required. The hardest race for the Lotus came on race 47. This is a tune that I ran. It is not the record tune, but it could be a reference, and I have no idea if this is the ideal pattern, but it worked and that is what matters. The second lock-in then is for the paid car, and that is the one for which the event is basically built for, the Tvr Sagaris, or is it Sagaris? I don't know the pronunciation. But anyways, the Tvr Sagaris is actually a car I never even knew the existence of, because TVR is kind of a quirky company. When growing up I heard a lot about the company here and there and had seen some pictures of it, but I never really saw a car in real life. What astonishes me the most about this car is its specs, and seeing those I was really surprised. The car is powered by a TVR developed 4-liter naturally aspired straight 6 called the Speed 6. This was able to produce 406 brake horsepower, allowing the Sagaris to reach a top speed of 298 km/h and a 0 to 60 time of 3.7, and this was back in 2005. And all of this because the car was so light it had a total weight of only 1075 kilograms. I really did not see that one coming. I'm honestly impressed. The car comes for the price of a regular tier 4 car, and again comes with various bundles. My cheapskate ass always likes to go for the cheapest option, so I will go for that one too this time. The car looks wise is perhaps not my favorite, but the color is indeed a one-off, as is the exhaust placement and the special British style license plate. Yes, I will keep on mentioning this plate in every video this car is in. As I did not have any time to upgrade the car on my main account, I will be using my dummy account to discuss the difficulty. As a test, I tried to see how far I can get into the event, running a fully fused stage 5 TVR, and I was actually able to get to the final race. Along the way I had to face the hardest sprint race, which was on race 44 I think, where I had to reach 100 miles per hour under 3.542 seconds. And the speed trap on the second to last race, where I cut it quite close, because I had to beat 329 kilometers per hour, and I basically tied it. For both races I didn't retune, so perhaps with retuning it could have been a bigger margin. For the final race I will show you guys the base stage 5 tune and my first attempt. With a dyno of a 12.182, I was able to run a low 12.0 and even perhaps an 11.9, but this was not enough. I will need to chop off a lot along the way to see if I can beat the final race. So what I did next is I tested it with the 2 stage 6 parts that I won. So first the turbo from the prologue and the nitrous from race 43. I did some retuning then and I got an 11.5 dyno, which is still on the slower hand, but knowing it can run sub that dyno, let's see what it can do. With the second attempt it did work, and I had some margin to be fair. This could indicate that a fully fused TVR with 2 stage 6 parts could do the job. This comes down to roughly 77 fusion parts, which sounds like a scary amount of fusion parts, but compare this to a stage 5 fully fused, this is significantly less. So if you want 2 different stage 6 parts from the prologue and the main event, like how it should damn be, listen up here Natural Motion, and the crates do not give duplicates, you will have at least 3 stage 6 parts if you open up your daily free crates by the time the event ends. And that is also in case you didn't win any throughout those 7 crates. Because best case scenario, you have at least 4 stage 6 parts, which means that you can perhaps beat the event without investing in additional crates. So I think it should be doable. But all I can say is best of luck. The final thing on the Sagaris before I go over to talk some more about the finale. The max tune, how good is the car? Well, it is a pretty fast tier 4 car, not the fastest, but the current fastest time I've seen is a low 10.1, making it the 4th in tier 4. I'm able to get a low 10.1, but it could be that a better tune will come up later, but this is my best effort. What is next? Well, next up is the event that will bring the Best of British to a close. The finale, where you will get a chance to win the McLaren Speedtail, which is a car that just looks like a drop of water. something that to me looks extremely futuristic but is reality. I expect the finale to be a regular 5 lock-in event where you will have to use all the various Best of British cars. In case you don't have them yet, they will become available in a bundle at a discount price, which will still be rather high, so don't be surprised. As we are talking about 4 new manufacturers out of the 5 Best of British cars, I would expect this finale to be rather hard, but easier compared to the Supra finale, which was just mad. I don't think we will see anything happen to the prologue cars, just a straight up 5 lock-in event, like in the old days. I then also expect a separate ladder event for the Speedtail with perhaps a showdown thrown in there too. But when we can expect the finale, I have no idea. There doesn't seem to be anything in the code yet, so I don't know if it will come this update or the next one. To close this chapter off, I will show you guys a video on how good this car runs and how good it looks like. Just pay attention to the flex wing in the back, that is some really cool stuff. Well, I think I got it covered for today's video. Is it worth it? Well, yeah, it could be. Is it a must get? Perhaps not. Of course, if you're going for the Speedtail, you will have to get it anyways, and if you're a big fan of TVR, it's a nice collector piece. If you enjoyed the video, do not hesitate to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. My name is Mille, keep racing, and cheerio!